Hi, everyone. I'm Diane Macedo. Thanks for streaming with us. In today's update, at least 70 major fires are now burning across 10 states in the West. In Northern California, nearly 80,000 people have been told to evacuate as wildfires continue to grow, prompting the governor of California to declare a state of emergency for the area. Almost 4 million acres have already burned in California so far this year. And there are new developments this morning in the Breonna Taylor investigation. A judge has ordered the grand jury recordings be released. This as new police body camera is raising new questions about police conduct in the aftermath of Taylor's deadly shooting. And just hours from now, President Trump and former Vice President Biden will appear together on stage for the first time in the 2020 race for the White House. The two will face off on topics ranging from the Supreme Court to the coronavirus. There will be no handshakes, and only 70 people who test negative for the virus will be allowed in the socially distanced audience. Tonight's debate comes on the heels of the New York Times report on President Trump's taxes and a new report from the paper today saying The Apprentice may have saved the president from financial ruin. 90210 star Shannen Doherty is opening up in Elle magazine about living with cancer during the pandemic. It's the actress's first interview since revealing her breast cancer relapse in February after going into remission in 2017. Here's Amy Robach.
Nearly 9 months after announcing her breast cancer returned, this morning, actress Shannen Doherty opening up about the fight for her life during a global pandemic. In an exclusive interview with Elle magazine, Doherty revealing she's been quarantining at her Malibu home, saying, "I feel like I'm a very, very healthy human being. It's hard to wrap up your affairs when you feel like you're going to live another 10 or 15 years.
Bren, you been crying?
No.
After 3 decades in the Hollywood spotlight,
I'll protect you.
You can't.
the Beverly Hills 90210 actress's lens has shifted focus. She now spends her days tending to her sprawling vegetable garden with her husband, saying, "I try to treasure all the small moments that most people don't really see or take for granted. The small things are magnified for me." Doherty also mentally cataloging her possessions, but says she hasn't sat down to record video messages or write letters to her loved ones. "There are things I need to say to my mom. I want my husband to know what he's meant to me. But whenever it comes time for me to do it, it feels so final. It feels like you're signing off, and I'm not signing off." Doherty's mother and husband at the forefront of her mind when I sat down exclusively with her in February to reveal her metastatic breast cancer diagnosis.
It's a bitter pill to swallow in a lot of ways.
It's not fair. Why me? Why me?
Days where I say, why me? And then I go, well, why not me? Who else? You know, who else besides me deserves this? None of us do. And I would say that my first reaction is always concern about how am I going to tell my mom, my husband.
You're worried about everyone else around you.
I think so.
For now, Doherty is looking forward, developing several projects, including a new television show and advocacy work for other metastatic breast cancer patients.
She says that anyone facing a stage 4 diagnosis has a lot of people treat them like they're ready to be put out to pasture. And she told our writer, "I'm not ready to be put out to pasture. I still have a lot of life in me."
A sentiment she also touched on during our interview.
When you tell people that you have stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, everything changes. The way people treat you changes. The way people look at you changes.
Yeah, I mean, they look at you like you're dead man walking, basically. And that they need to say their goodbyes to you or something. And also work dries up.
There she is.
You know, I enjoy working, and working gives me just another reason to wake up every morning. It's another reason to fight to stay alive.
Shannen Doherty's story is in the October issue of Elle on newsstands October 6th. Thanks to Amy Robach for that report. The United Arab Emirates has announced plans to send a rover to the moon in 2024. A top official tweeted images of the spacecraft, writing that it will send back images and data from sites on the moon that haven't yet been explored. They say they'll share that data with global research centers. If it happens, that'll make the UAE the 4th country to send an unmanned spacecraft to the moon. For more science and technology headlines, here's Kenneth Moten.
And today's Tech Bites, Microsoft's major outage. The company says it's resolved an incident which blocked many users from several Microsoft 365 services, including Outlook email. The government's cybersecurity unit says the outage was not part of a coordinated campaign. Google will officially unveil its new streaming device at an event tomorrow, but reports say Chromecast is already being sold at some retailers, including Walmart and Home Depot. The device features a new oval design and a remote. It's selling for about $50. Finally, the original Farmville on Facebook is shutting down. It launched in 2009, and at the height of its popularity, about 30 million people were playing each day. Current players can continue tending to their crops and everything else until the game shuts down on New Year's Eve. Those are your Tech Bites. Diane, this is good news for you. I know you've been tending to your Farmville crops and other things so much that it's taken away from your work, but now you can give your full attention, right?
No more Farmville distractions. I've actually never played it. Now I feel like I was missing out. Kenneth Moten, thank you. And that does it for this ABC News Live update. I'm Diane Macedo. Thanks for joining us. And remember, ABC News Live is here for you all day with the latest news, context, and analysis. Up next, GMA's top stories, and be sure to watch our coverage of the presidential debate tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC News Live. I will see you back here for your voice, your vote, the breakdown today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Stay safe, everybody.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.